in the lift, and then I see there's this one buggy coming. Indicate. I said, Henaro, there is the transport. And then when the buggy stops, I see some green uniform there for the security. I said, no, something fish is going on here. And those guys, they stop. And these security guys, they come out. Yo, these guys, they ask, where did you get the orange? And we explain to them where we got the oranges. These guys, they didn't even give us a chance to explain you. They didn't give us a chance. They started beating us up. That was my first time to be beaten like that. Beaten up. Ha! What have we done now? We bought these things. Hi, man. Yeah, we stole them. You guys, you stole them. How? Do you think if we have stolen these things, we would walk through the road during the day like this? Hi, man. You know what they did? Now, they took, I was wearing a t-shirt. It was those short sleeve t-shirts. And my friend also was wearing a short sleeve t-shirt. So they tear us together with those t-shirts. I like sometimes. They tear us together. I can tell you the distance that we walk from that bridge where we bought those oranges to where they find us. I think it was about a kilometer or more than 2 kilometers. I think it was about 2 to 3 kilometers. We rest. I don't know how many times when we were going. I don't know how many times we rest because these oranges were very heavy. Most orange is water. With these guys now, no rest. We had to walk all the way to the farm. Yeah. Wait till we are tired. Oh, no one wanted to listen to us. They would not take any weight from us. We go to the farm. The fun part that in that farm there was a lot of ladies there from the Bindura, also from Bindura market, and most of them they knew us. They knew us. Those ladies, they saw us coming there. We are attending together. We went to the security room. They asked us. We explained to them what happens. Then after that, they take us to the other side of the road. They started beating us again under the foot. But we were telling them the truth. But they didn't want to take. That's why I've noticed that sometimes in prison there are some innocent people who are there because you cannot stand for yourself. Like it was a bad situation to find yourself in. And we were young. We were never arrested. It was my first time to be arrested. It was my first time. So we got there. They started beating us under the foot. So they started to bring some guys for us to identify. But for me, I would say I know none of these guys. But my friend now, because he was afraid of being beaten now, he ended up pointing to other guy. I would feel sorry for that guy, the way he was afraid because he knew how these guys they treat thieves. My friend was saying no, this one, but I said no, man. They look like, but he's not the one. Yo, that guy. Okay, after that, later on, they took us in the trailer of the tractor. Now they were delivering us. Now the ladies in the market now with the tractor. It was very close to Pindra town. They put us in that tractor now. Now we had now the chains now. They said you can go pass through the police station. We went there. When we got there, they asked our story. We told them our story. It was nothing, man. It was nothing. So there was another girl there. She wanted to help us. She would feel sorry for us. She was like saying, you guys, when I look at you, I see my brothers. I've got the same age brothers with you guys. So when I look at you, I see my brothers in you. She was a police officer. I forget the name of that lady. She said, this case of yours is nothing. There's no case here. You see. So she wanted to release us. But what happened now, the guy who was in charge, who was supposed to release us, he wanted to go home now. He said, no, don't look those guys. We'll see them tomorrow, man. We'll see them tomorrow. And then this lady, she tried to make a plan for us to go. But then When you got arrested there was a roadblock there in that farm. So one of the officer, I don't know, he's got a rank there. I don't know, officer in charge. I don't know if he's an officer in charge or what. I don't know, or constable, what, I don't know. When he find out sitting there, then he said, what are these guys doing here? What are these guys for? Then the lady, the officer, the policewoman, she explained to him, say, these guys, I know them, they're thieves. I saw them, they're thieves. As if he saw us stealing. You know, some people, how they they do, like as if he saw us stealing. So unfortunately, that lady, she said, you see guys, I would have helped you, but now because you see these guys, this police officer is a higher rank than, he's got a higher rank than my one, so I can't. Because tomorrow he would ask, he was gonna ask what happens to those guys. So we had to go to in the cells. We sleep in the cell. When we went to the cell, you know, it was dark. You know, those cells, no lights. It was dark. So when you enter, there are some guys there. They will tell you, "Hey guys, introduce yourself." But you can't see anyone there. You just say, "Introduce yourself." Okay. My name is Mostaf Mkomba Joto. I come from what. Okay, Mkomba Joto. Urumpana wangu, you are my young brother. Which Mkomba Joto? I explained, said, come here. And then my friend, he didn't have anyone there because he was from Nyanga. If I'm not mistaken, he was from far. He was not here from around. So there was a lot of good partners there who were arrested. So some of those good partners that were my relatives. Like that guy, he said, "Hey, come here." I mean, go there. You see, give us blanket. They started asking us, you know, most what they do in the sales. They started to ask you what is your crime, and they start to give you advice. There's judges there, and everyone, they will tell you this one. You're gonna go home. There is nothing here. You must just say this and this and that. You're gonna go home. There is nothing here. Okay. Come the following day. I sleep there the following day. We went. They took us fingerprints. They took our fingerprints, and then they released us. I think there was no bail there. Did you pay bail? Nah. No. Now they just said you must come to the court. They give us a court date. Yeah, they give us a court date. And I remember also the wife of Chichaona, she came with some food there. We ate the food because we sleep. We didn't eat anything that day. The whole day we didn't eat anything. We sleep without eating anything. Then they came in the morning. We ate some food. And then we eat some food there. And then we took a fingerprint. And then they released us. They said, you must come to the court. Date. They give us a date. Then, we went to the court. When we went to the court, we find a lawyer, you know, we find a lawyer, and then the judge just said, before you say anything, because the people who press charges against us, they never come to court. I think we went there for about 3 times or 2 times. No, man. We went there once, not even 2 times. We went there once. Then the judge just said, you guys, before you even stand up and say anything, you are free to go home. That was it. That's how I got out from that situation. So now, back to my story of selling. This was oranges most. Now, and then we order sugarcane with Baba Plaki. We order sugarcane. When we order this sugarcane, we started selling sugarcane. We were sleeping outside. That's when also Clayton he joined us. Also, he was there now. He came from the rural areas. He joined us. We're selling sugarcane outside. Would sleep there outside. The gold partners would buy those sugarcane during the night. Yeah. And then I would see also the guys who were selling stuff outside. There were people who were selling sugar, what the basic commodities. They were very scarce. You could not get them in any shop. So there were these guys who were selling them. So and that's when I would see their movements, how they do it. And then when that sugarcane finished now, that's when my cousin Baplak told me, you see, Segur, I want you to join these guys. That's where the real money is. You must join these guys. You are still young. You must join these guys. That's how I started doing business. There was a brother of mine. He was also selling there. Yeah, now he's an officer now. He's an officer now. He was also selling there, Mazumairi. Yeah, Tendekai Mazumairi. He's a brother of mine. I don't know if he still remembers that. He's the one who introduced me to a guy called Mdzidzi. The guy called Mdzidzi. Now I can't even remember his real name now. We both used to call him Mdzidzi, but he was not even Mdzidzi. He used to go to another church. I don't know why we were calling him Mdzidzi. He introduced me to that one, to that Mdzidzi. So these guys, they were friendly. They started teaching us how to teaching me how to get the sugar, what. So my first time, I think I went to that Mdzidzi. I give him money, he ordered for me, I think. And then I started selling. And then we would meet some friends there. Then I get used to it. Get used to selling. That's when also Chanda joined me. He was working by TM, but then he left there. Things were not good there by TM. So he joined us. He joined me. So we started like selling together with Chanda. With some guys there. There was a lot of guys. Cleverton also, he joined. There was Fawcett also, he was there. He joined us. And also there's this sea diver. We call him sea diver. It's a story for another day, that one. For where that name comes from. His name is Owen Piri. Now he's got this construction company now. Piri Constructions. If you need someone to build your house in Bindura or wherever, that is a good guy. That one, he's the one who built my house, our house. And also this Diva Dora now is a big man now in Bindura. Is a big supplier of gas there in Bindura now. They call him Diva Dora. He's a very big guy now. And also the likes of Mr. Mashots, Tinashe, Ayanda, my scholar, my tete wangu, my scholar, my China, my faith. I met recently when I went to Zoom. I could not recall the face. I knew the face, but all of us, we knew our faces were familiar, but we could not pinpoint where we met. Then when we spoke about that one, then we recognized each other. My faith, Filindi. There's a lot of guys, man. A lot of guys. A lot. Some, I did not forget your name, guys. It's just that you are too much. Tafazwa, a lot, Pincho, Darling, a lot of guys. They, we used like a family. We used to be like a family. We used to be like a family, and we used to run away from police like, nobody's business. They were good sprinters there. Because the police would just come anytime. Sometimes they'll just grab your belt. It was tough, man. I remember one day we were arrested, and then they were taking us to the station. So what happens is these guys were cycling the bicycles. In Zoom, people, they respect the law very much. The one police officer can go with 12 men. No one would dare to run away. But because it was a pet issue, man, I ended up running away from because I could not imagine myself going and sleeping in the cells or what would pay fine. I ran away. So that's why, that was our life. So as I was saying, my love and China, they helped me a lot. I would eat there by their place that time, and also things, they started getting better. And I remember we moved from that house because the rent used to go up every month. You would see, I don't know if she still remembers this landlady of ours. Whenever the rent is up, you would know when you're coming from work, you will find her sitting on the main entrance by the door, because there was no veranda on that house. She would sit on the main entrance. She would sit like a man, but of course she was putting on a long skirt. But you would sit like a man there on the entrance, so that you can't enter until you finish the business of the day. When you agree that you are going to pay the rent, that's when you enter. Then every time, I forgot the surname of that family now, but I still remember their daughter. The name was Nifi. So the brother's name was Matthew, but I can still remember the surname of that family. But they used to go to AFM. I can still remember their surname. This renting thing, it taught us a lot. You go through a lot when you're a lodger. You go through a lot. I remember just one year that mate used to go to Botswana and come back. Yeah, but for some of us, we just there in Zim. We're going through a lot, through renting. Yeah, and it taught me a lot of things. That renting experience, it taught me a lot of things that in life you must just respect everyone, despite their circumstances, because the life can change, Yeah, but I learned through a lot through all the house that I've rented. I've learned a lot in each and every house. I would get something there. I would learn something there. I'm still learning because I'm still renting here in South Africa. So yeah, I'm still learning also. I'm still learning a lot of things because each and every house, they've got their own rules and regulations. So you must just follow them. Then after that, we moved to another place close to the police station. They only stayed for a month. The rent was too much, and we didn't have any furniture, guys. No furniture. There was only that blanket I told you about, one under, one on top, and some clothes. That was it. And then in some pots, and the 2-plate stove, electrical stove that I got from my father. That's the one that I was using. And then after that, but most of the time, this Clapperton now, he used to eat by his brother also. So after that, I went now to stay in Chipadze. I was staying in Chipadze. I can't remember the house number, but it was 22 stroke 34 or something. I can't remember the address there. Yeah, in Chipadze. I was staying in a very tiny room. For those who know the kitchens of Chipadze, in Msosi Street, it's very small. I remember when I first buy my bed, my base bed, because we first buy the bed, the base bed. We were playing like we called it a round, like you would buy for someone, and then next month we buy, or next week we buy for someone, and next week we buy for someone. So that's what we did. So when I bought that base, we put it in that house. No place. There was no space at all, like no space. The whole base, it was, so I can say the house was equivalent to a base of a double base of a bed. Yeah, when I want to eat, I would cook by the door. That's when I would cook. There was no space, man. There was no space. And in Musoshi, I remember one day I met one of my elder Nyamvura senior. I don't know if you will ever see this video. He came to Bindra. He was doing his business. He was a teacher by then, so he wanted a place to sleep. So knowing me as his son, his son-in-law, because we were youth by the church. These were our elders. So yeah, and they used to respect me a lot, and I would respect them a lot. So he wanted a place to sleep. So now when he was telling me, yeah. So if my things don't go well, I would maybe need a place to sleep. He said, okay, it's fine. But to tell you the truth, deep down, I was stressing. So how are we gonna sleep in that place now? How is he gonna take it? Because they now, I had the one blanket now. So what I would do with this one blanket is I would sleep on one side, and then I cover myself the other side. One blanket. That one, that Kutumo, they called Fuka no Warira. It's true. It happens in my life. That one, it really happens in my life. I had to do that to sleep under, and then you cover yourself. Like I had the mosquito net I got it from my mom. Because there was a lot of mosquito in Musosi. A lot of mosquito. If you don't have mosquito net, it was hectic. So that's how I would sleep. So I was thinking, now if he comes, how are we going to sleep? I've got a base bed, there is no mattress there, and I put some cardboard box on top. So meaning to say we're going to sleep on top of the cardboard box, and then we cover ourselves with the blanket. I was stressing, but lucky enough, he did not come. I think his things, they came out all right. I don't know if he still remembers. I was stressing that day. I was stressing because the life I was living. If you would see me outside, looking good. Very smart guy. Because every day when I wake up, take bath, early morning, no matter it's winter, I would take cold shower. Yeah, go to work. I would put in a nice perfume that I got from my father, from my mom. That perfume I got from my mom. It was a nice perfume. And so, and my clothes are always smart, clean. That I would make sure of, Yeah. So I was always smart outside, but inside where I was coming from, it was another story. But by God's grace, fast forward, with those rounds that we were doing, Mkando or society, some they call, I bought a mattress. Yes, I bought a mattress. Now it was like a real bed now, and some blankets as well. Now it was things were started to get better now. And then, like enough, there was one lodger that left from that house. Then I went to a bigger room now. I went to a bigger room. So yeah, I had enough space now. It was all right now because I had my bed nicely, nice blankets also. I would make my bed very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. And I didn't have a wardrobe, of course. I would put my clothes on the wire. No mtariro. Yeah, I would put my clothes there on the wire. But I had the pushing tray now. And by God's grace, I managed also to buy a TV and some sound system. As a boy, you need those things. We went to Botswana with that Mzizi I was telling you about. Because from that day we became close with Mzizi. So even we went to Botswana together. I buy those things. We come back. The TV, color TV. I remember it was a 19-inch. Yeah, 19-inch. I was very happy. I was a happy guy. I would not wait to go home because it was nice at home when there is no electricity. I was so pissed because whenever I would enjoy my home. Then after that, things they started turning around again, started changing again. They introduced that is 2009 now. They introduced the US dollar. Things they started to dive nose down now for us. Like it would not make money. Now the shops they started filling up with groceries. So people they would just buy groceries from the shops. So for us from on the road there was no business anymore. So yeah, things were started getting tough. Now I remember I had to go back to town because when I started selling, I started selling in town. Yes, I started selling in town. I tried to sell in town. Then I ended up selling in the market, Musika. Yeah, so I went back to town. My staff was very small, but then I would order. It was getting tough now. But God, he always has a way for us. He always has a way because I remember those days before I even come to town. I forgot to tell you about that one. Before I even come to town, I had a vision of me coming to South Africa, how I came to South Africa. And I can tell you, when it was time for me to come to South Africa, that dream, everything that I saw in the dream, just like that. That's how I came in South Africa. That's how I came in South Africa. Like someone would help you from Norway. Just like that's what happened because my cousin, I last met my cousin in 2002 when I was Form 2. That's when he saw me. But by God's grace, he just remembered me from Norway. He asked my father, "Hey, Seguru, where is your son? That one that I saw this year. What is he doing?" And my father was like, "He's there in Bindura. He's doing some business there in Bindura. He's there, yeah." Then he asked me, "Don't you want to come this side?" And my father didn't even tell me. He told me later on that Makunja said, "If you want to come, you can come." I said, "No, why are you not telling me all this time?" Quickly, I sold my TV and my home theater. I get a ETD very quick and enough money for the bus fare. I went to the bus straight. I did not wait. I went to the bus. South Africa. I didn't know about South Africa. I told my mom come fetch. She come to fetch the other furnitures that I had, like the bed and the pushing tray, whatever I had. She took them to the raw areas, and then that's how I went to South Africa. So I'll share this story for South Africa in my next video. So thank you for watching. Yeah, but I'll keep on sharing whatever. I'll share my story so that it's like I want to keep this history of mine, so that when my grandkids when they grow up, they'll see who their uncle, their grandfather was. Yeah, it's like a family history. So when, even if I remember something else, I will come and put it in this platform. I will come and put it in this platform because I know in this platform they will see it. Yeah, because YouTube, I think, is here to stay. So I will put it here so that they can see who their grandfather is. Then I'll share about my story now here in South Africa. Yeah, I will share the story about of me here in South Africa, how it has been. So shout out to you all who watched the video all the way up to here. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. Cheers. My first time, I get Joburg, Johannesburg. I